Let's make a Seesaw activity where we post a photo and find out what students connect with in that photo, what part of the photo interests them. So let's go up to the green plus sign in our class. Let's click on that and click on Assign Activity. That brings us over to our My Library area of Seesaw. Here I'm going to click on Create New Activity. Let's give this a name, maybe something like, what part of the park do you like best? Put a question mark in there. All right, so I want to find a picture of a park, and I'm going to add that as a template for students to respond to. So I'm going to go over to this website that I really like to find photos and illustrations. It's called Pixabay, Pixabay. It's pixabay.com is the web address. I think this is a great website for teachers to use to find copyright and royalty-free photos that you can just use in projects for free. I probably wouldn't use this with students. And here I'm going to type in playground. See what that finds. And I actually want, instead of an image, I want to find an illustration of a drawing. I really like this one. So usually in Pixabay, this top row, these photos are from Shutterstock, so they cost money. So always skip over the top row. The other ones are copyright and royalty free. So I like this one. I'm going to click on that. It tells me right here it's a free download. It's free. I don't even have to cite where I got it from. So I'm going to click on free, download. I'm going to go with this smaller size. We don't really need a big picture. I'll click download. It downloaded that over to my downloads on my hard drive, so that's good. I am going to go back over to Seesaw, and I'm going to click here on Add Template for Student Responses. Here I'm going to upload a photo. I'm going to select that photo from my computer. I'm clicking on the Downloads folder here on the side, and I'm going to find this park photo. Looks like I downloaded it earlier too. So I'll click on Open. It loads that little picture in here. I can see it. It will actually be much bigger than that. And I'm going to tap on the green check mark. See, it fills up the whole screen. That looks awesome. So I'll tap on the green check mark again. And it uploaded that. It added it down here in the little template area so we can see it's there. And now I'm going to add some instructions here. So let's see. Maybe I'll just number these. Tap. And you know what? I want to use those cute little shortcut icons. So I am going to look at my list here. If you don't know where to get this list of Seesaw icons, so we use these little codes and it makes these cute little pictures show up in our directions and activities. If you don't know where to get that, you can go over to Seesaw's website, help.seesaw.me, and you can type in the search box icon shortcuts. That's going to bring you right to the page where you can click this link and get over to this Google Doc with all of these handy little shortcuts. All right, so I want to use this pencil, so I'm going to use this code. So it's colon, drawing, colon. So I'm going to hop back over here to Seesaw, tap the drawing. That's going to make the little pencil, and circle part of the park you like best. I'm going to say number 2, tap the mic, and again I could look back here at my list. Mic's an easy one. It is a colon, mic, colon. So I'll go back to Seesaw, and I will type that colon, mic, colon. So it's going to say tap the mic, and it's going to have the little picture there. and tell me why you like this part best. Of the park best. Alright, then I want them to pause the recording when they're done. So tap the pause button when you're done. And then, of course, to submit it, we're going to have them tap on the green check. Tap the, check when to turn in your work. All right. Now, I'm not sure if my students will all be able to read this by themselves, so I'm going to add my voice as well. So I'll tap on Add Voice Instructions, and I'll click this little mic. The first time you do this, you might get a little pop-up that asks you to allow Chrome, the browser that you're using, to access your computer's microphone. Tap the drawing and circle the part of the park you like best. Tap the mic and tell me why you like this part of the park best. Tap the pause button when you're done. Tap the check to turn in your work. I'll tap that pause button to end my recording. It's going to process that. I could play that. I like the way that sounds. And I'm actually not sure if you could hear that in the recording, but I like the way it sounds. If I didn't like it, I could tap this X over here and it would delete that and I could start over again. But I think this is good, so I'm just going to tap on save right here. And actually, I'm going to scroll down a little bit further and I'm going to tap here where it says more options. And down here under skills, I'm going to tap on this. And here's where you'd find your list of skills for reading, writing, math. I am going to pick one here that says listens carefully to directions. And then I'll tap this check. And what that's going to do is it's going to add that skill to all the student submissions, so I won't have to go through each one and add it manually. So I'll tap on save. There's my activity. I can see the pictures there. I can see all these cute little icons. Here's my voice reading the directions. I can come down here and I can tap on this and I can add this to a collection before I go any further. So let's see. Here's my collections. Maybe it doesn't fit really well in this. Maybe I'm going to say this. Well, actually, maybe this is a social emotional learning activity. So I'll tap on that. And now I'm going to assign this. And I will assign it to my whole personalized learning training class. So all of my students. If I didn't want all the students to do this, if I wanted to differentiate, I could tap over here on Edit Students. And I could pick just the students that I want to do this assignment. Might not be everybody, but I will make this everyone for now. Also, if I wanted this to go in a folder, I could tap on folders at this point, and I could add this to any of these folders. Might not fit really well with these folders, so I'll create a new one. I'll call this Social Emotional Learning, and I'll make it this nice blue-green color. I'll tap the check. And now every time a student submits this, it will save in this folder. So I'll tap the check mark and assign this to the class. And that's it. Now my students will have this activity. So if I go back to class, here on my activities tab, there's this activity all ready for my students to tap the add response button and start that activity.